Hi, my name is Kathleen Lisson. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and board certified massage therapist. We're here in my studio in Pacific Beach area of San Diego, and I help people after plastic surgery with a type of massage called lymphatic massage. In this video, I want to kind of go through the intake process and the questions I ask. So if you don't have access to a lymphatic massage therapist, this might give you some ideas on how to maximize your recovery. Ideally, you would have a lymphatic massage therapist and you could have these kinds of conversations as you're getting your lymphatic massage after plastic surgery, but I totally understand that we're not everywhere and there's only a few of us even in the largest towns. So we'll start off with the resources I give to every client. So every client gets a copy of the Plastic Surgery Recovery Handbook. And this has a lot of information in it. Basically, most of the questions that a client would ask in the first session or two that are more general questions have the answers in this book. I get a lot of questions on like, how should I layer my faja? What kind of foam should I be wearing? How can I help besides lymphatic massage to reduce edema? Answers are in here. What can I do to reduce fibrosis? Some tips about wound healing. All this stuff is in here. So I feel really good to give this as a resource because I want my clients to be able to relax and enjoy the massage and know that they're getting the answers to their questions. The other really new resource that I've given is in response to a lot of questions from my clients about nutrition. So I am not a dietitian. I am not a nutritionist. I'm a lymphedema therapist. So I had a registered dietitian look over some information that I collected based on the research studies that I found doing searches with a resource online called PubMed. So if you don't have the finances to buy the book, you can definitely go on PubMed and look up the research for yourself. But what I was finding is, especially after surgery, the clients just don't have the time or energy to really do extended research into what kind of nutrition they should get in order to heal faster, what kind of herbs and plants that they can eat to reduce swelling and help heal in other ways. And all that is in this book. How can I start pooping again faster? What are prebiotics? What are probiotics? What are symbiotics? What are some things that I can take to reduce fibrosis? What kind of enzymes? Just all that discussion instead of having it the back and forth with each of my clients. I said, you know what, this is really benefiting them. I think I should put this resource out so the wider community can see it as well, especially if you don't have access to do an appointment with me. So those are my two resources that I give to clients. The others is just us doing a give and take and conversation. So usually the first thing I'll ask people is like, what kind of sleep are you getting? I would like your usual amount of sleep. I would like it so you wake up refreshed and rested. And asking about sleep is a really good first question because the answer can often give me ideas of how I can tweak their compression to get them more sleep. The two biggest things that I see is clients are sleeping on their stomach with an ab board, which I believe is not necessary. You're already sleeping straight up and down. You won't be getting the benefits of the ab board if you're sleeping on your stomach, even if you're sleeping on your back. Usually sleep is not the time where we really need an ab board, and it's really affecting their sleep where they're getting 2 or 3 less hours of sleep a night because they're trying to sleep in an ab board. What I do recommend is that they sleep in their foams. And if the garment is too tight with the foams, I'll tell them everything is customizable. We can play around with everything. So play around with, can you go 1 notch looser when you're sleeping to make it more comfortable to sleep? Because sleep is like, it's at the top of the hill. We need sleep, and nothing else really happens as fast as it could as far as healing if we're not getting the right amount of sleep. So nutrition is the other thing. I have to remind them that they have to eat regularly. They have to eat enough calories. The body has an increased need in calories and in nutrients because of the wound healing. So this is not the time to skip meals or try to go on a diet, just absolutely not immediately after surgery. So we talk a lot about nutrition in the book, and this is a book which you'll see the very first page of the book is a registered dietitian talking about the information in the book. So I really wanted to have all that information kind of vetted by a registered dietitian. So it's the proper information. But some simple things that I can share that are proven through research is the need for protein, the need for segments of protein throughout the day. You can't just go and eat one steak at night and not eat any other protein during the day. That's very important. And then the idea of the garment and how the tightness of the garment might be affecting the appetite. So we have to, I love having a garment that is effectively compressing, but if it's compressing too much, either they'll get some reflux, which I just say loosen the garment up, see if the reflux goes away. If they can't take a deep breath, if they feel like they can only eat half a meal at a time, they need to really focus on getting that total caloric intake throughout the day in many smaller meals rather than perhaps the larger meals that they're used to. So we talk about that, and it's not, I'm not a registered dietitian, so I don't give advice, but it's kind of coaching. Like, how do you think you would attack this problem? What do you think are some solutions? So that's the question I will ask the client, because actually that's the greatest and most effective way to do problem solving and behavior change, is to have the client think of some options which are doable for them in that moment. So we'll also talk about foams. I have foams in the office and different types of foams for swelling, for liposuction, for swelling, for fibrosis, whatever they are. In the healing process, there's a foam that can support that healing and address the issues that are coming up. So I'm very liberal with giving the foams out. There's not an extra charge for any foams in my office. I work with, alongside, several plastic surgeons refer their clients to me. And then those clients, they've seen the positive effects of the different foams. So the plastic surgeon will actually give the foams out. So the clients will have the foams when they come to me, and we can go ahead and look at placement and comfort. And then there's a lot of different, and I'll go just really quickly, there's different ways that you can wear the foams. So if you're larger in the torso, longer in the torso, you can wear it this way. If you're smaller in the torso, you can wear it this way. If there's some swelling down here, I really want the foam to cover that swelling. This foam is not the final product. It's not something that you have to use exactly how it's given to you. You can definitely take out a pair of scissors. You can cut this foam to custom fit it to you, especially if you need it down a little bit over the fupa area. You can cut these for the legs and then have this section stay as a piece of the foam. You can cut it in half this way, and then it becomes two pieces of foam that you can put on the flanks. You can miter the foam, so that's cutting it at that 45-degree angle. This is really good if someone puts a foam on and they say the foam left lines at the edge. So if there's lines in the body because of the foam, you can cut the foam at a 45-degree angle and then put that angle outside of the body and push it here, and then it's just less pressure on the edges of the foam, which will make less lines in the client as their swelling is going down. And it's really, the foam has to be a tool that you can use. It's not something that you have to rigidly fit yourself into, because as I tell everyone, this foam is rectangular because it's easy to manufacture in a rectangle, but we are not rectangle. We have curves and lines, and different areas of our body are shaped differently from woman to woman, from man to woman, of people of every gender. So we need to customize it to our own body, just the same as the liposuction you received from the plastic surgeon was not exactly the same liposuction as that surgeon would give a different person. You address the swelling that's there, you address the fat pockets that are there in a custom manner. So the same way as there's a custom surgery for you, there should be a custom recovery, and your lymphatic massage should be custom for you for what we see. So the next thing I tell the clients, which is very surprising to some of them, is that my massage is not painful. You can have sensitivity, and this will be the same kind of sensitivity as if they rubbed on their arm and it was sensitive. When I touch it, it's going to be sensitive too. But I do not go deeply into any type of deep pressure massage in the first weeks after surgery. That's not what I do. I do manual lymphatic drainage. It's a light pressure stroke. It uses the body's lymphatic system to push the fluid into the body's lymphatic system, and then the lymphatic system pulls it, goes through our body, and then it gets excreted with the urine. So you'll urinate more. That's where the swelling goes. Lymphatic massage, lymphatic drainage massage is not pushing fluid out of incisions. The fluid that is pushed out of the incision when your incisions are open and leaking after surgery is not lymphatic fluid. So because of the type of massage that I do, it's very pleasant for the client. Many clients, my clients yesterday, one said it was the highlight of her week. The other one was actually staying here at the beach, and she had a massage several days in a row, and she was and in an Airbnb right next to the beach, and she said, but the highlight of her day is not going to the beach, it's actually coming and getting this massage, because it's comfortable during the massage, and it's more comfortable to be in her body after each massage. She's seeing the improvements. So that's what the client should feel. That should be the client experience after lymphatic massages. Very often it's not. If you go to Central and South America, it's not. They do a different style of massage. It's very painful for the client. Many clients have said that someone has advised them to save up their pain medication so they can take it before their massages. And that is just, it's not what should be happening, in my opinion, for any massage, especially for someone right after surgery. So I do the manual lymphatic drainage. If the client does have sensitivity in their skin, I say one of the goals of this massage for me personally is that you will feel better in your skin after the massage than you will before. The sensitivity decreases because of manual lymphatic drainage. The pain tolerance increases because of manual lymphatic drainage massage. So in two ways, the clients are getting a better experience with their recovery. I will also add negative compression, lymphatic cupping. Often when there's a sensitivity and pressure, when you're pushing in on the skin, when you're decompressing that skin, often that will be very comfortable to the client and really help them. The other thing that I will do judiciously is use hot stones. So the oil is heated when I put it on them, and that hot oil and the hot stones are very, very comfortable to the client. They're also bringing blood flow to the skin, which is very good after plastic surgery to let the blood come to the superficial tissues and the dermis. So these are basically what I'm telling the client, and the basic things that we're going over to help them kind of get an idea and think, how can I do holistically, help myself holistically? So instead of just focusing on one or two things after surgery, how can I look at every part of my life and how I can help myself in several different ways to recover faster from the surgery? Getting regular exercise, if it's walking, just walking, but getting that walking, and then getting the compression garment correctly fitting with the foams in somewhere comfortable that lets them move during the day, it lets them sleep at night, getting the proper nutrition at the proper times. All these things can work together. And then stress reduction, I have guided meditations that I have people do before and after surgery to reduce that stress, which just helps the body to heal faster. So that's the big point. Just let's look at all the different areas. What can we improve in each and every different area of our life to help the clients recover faster after plastic surgery? All right, have a good day.